Hi, welcome to week 1 of the Triathlon stroke correction program. The program is a 5-week intensive course where we do 1 session a week. It is purely based around freestyle. We're going to begin from the bottom and we're going to build up, getting you guys to swim faster and more efficiently. Okay, if you aren't part of the program and you'd like to find out more, simply visit www.tri-alliance.com.au for more information. Hopefully we can get you guys on board in the future. Let's get straight into it. Before we hopped in the water today, I talked about flexibility, okay? Flexibility is the #1 priority for most of you guys. Alright, if you're not flexible, you're not going to be able to get in the correct body position, you utilize the major muscle groups and be able to swim faster, okay? So let's work on our flexibility 3 times a week after a session or after a hot shower when the muscles are warm. From here, we went to talk about our kicking, okay? Now, as triathletes, we run a lot, we cycle a lot, we pound our ankles heavily, okay? So what we want to do is we want to be able to do nice ankle rotations, okay? If you're unable to do this with your ankles, you're too tight and your kick is going to be hindered. Alright, so what I got the guys to do was like a vertical kick. The hands are by our side and all we were doing is simply trying to keep the head above water. Alright, what we found when you kick, you actually need to point your toes and have flexible ankles. Okay, so it's almost like a fluttering movement. I see a lot of swimmers trying to kick from the knees. Alright, there doesn't want to be too much movement in the knees, okay? It's all from the hips. Imagine the hips as a shoulder, okay? And it's a nice flexible ankle action and we're fluttering. Okay, from here we went to talk about our body position. Body position is very, very important for any style of swimming, okay? Whether it be butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, or freestyle. Okay, the more your body that's in the water, the more drag you're creating, okay? The more drag you're creating, the more the muscles have to work to try and push yourself or pull yourself through the water. Alright, the first drill that we went into was basically a kicking drill, okay? So our hands are by our side. Use fins for these drills, okay? Throughout this course, all the drills we do, I do get the guys to use fins a lot, okay? It makes it a lot easier. You can concentrate on the drill, alright, instead of trying to propel yourself and fatiguing the muscles. So what we did is we had our hands by our side, we were simply kicking, eyes were looking straight to the floor. I then told the guys, alright, let's lift the head up, okay? So the goggles are actually just coming out of the water. So what happens is, generally when you lift the head up, okay, the hips will go from vertical and they'll drop. Alright, so it was like we were kicking uphill. Alright, I then said to the guys, right, let's get the head back down, looking straight at the floor. And what happened? The hips rose again. Okay, so we're in that nice horizontal position. Alright, let's think about 5 years ago, a good example, the super suits. Alright, this era was just absolutely amazing. There was all these world records being broken and everyone was saying, what are these suits doing? There's a lot of controversy surrounded it. Okay, the #1 reason they were swimming and they were breaking world records was because there was little air pockets within the neoprene. Now, if you guys have swum with a triathlon wetsuit or a swimming wetsuit before, you would know that you get a better body position, okay? The hips sit nice and high in the water. So what these suits were able to do was to create a better body position. There was less of the body in the water, which equals faster swimming. Alright, from here we went to talk about the head position and what the head does when we breathe. I see a lot of swimmers when they swim, they simply breathe, they turn their neck, okay? So they come in and they simply just turn their neck. If you're having neck issues or you're having pain up around the neck and your higher back area, then this could be the reason, okay? When we breathe, we want to rotate, okay? So we come in, right, and we simply let the shoulder rotation bring the head out of the water, okay? So there's only a very, very, very slight turn of the head, okay? So we come in, shoulder rotation, brings the head out of the water. If you're in the correct position, you should have one goggle still in the water, okay? Now what this will allow is a nice bow wave to come off the head and the water actually cuts past the bottom of the mouth so we don't swallow any water. Okay, moving on from that, we went straight into our rotation. Okay, again, rotation, very, very important when we swim. I'm going to give a quick example before we start to talk about the drills. Alright, let's think about a barge. Okay, a barge got this big flat bottom, okay, it takes a lot of horsepower and a lot of energy to be able to push it through the water. On the other hand, let's think about a yacht. alright? Your yacht's got a nice big hull and it simply slices through the water, a lot less energy, okay, to propel itself through the water. Now, let's apply this to swimming, okay? So if you're swimming flat and you're getting no rotation, you're actually exposing this chest area to the water, alright? You're creating greater resistance, basically. So, let's talk about the yacht. So if we're rotating, okay, we're actually exposing less of our chest and less of our surface area to the water, and we're able to slice through, alright? The first drill I got the guys to do, the most important drill I think of rotation, is what I call the 8-3-8, okay? So what we did is we did 8 kicks on our side. Alright, the face was actually out of the water, okay? Shoulder pointing to the sky. We did 8 kicks, we did 3 strokes. 2, 3, alright? On to the other side, 8 kicks, alright? 3 strokes. Okay, really important. A couple of the reasons we want to rotate, one is because we can slice through the water, we're in a better streamlined position. Number 2, we use the major muscle groups, okay? So if you're in this position and you're starting your catch in the water, you're actually utilizing the lats, okay? Lats are very, very powerful muscle group and very important for swimming faster. Okay, just a quick side on view. So what I want the guys to do is, if they were unable to get their hand to the top of the water, I said, let's do 10 kicks, let's do 12 kicks, okay? When you're on your side, I want your hand to be able to come to the top of the water before we go into our 3 strokes and then end up on the other side. Alright, the reason for this is, if the water level's here and your hand's here, you're missing out on all of this water, okay? So this catch is the most important part of the pull through. So I want the hands nice and high, catching on the water, and then we go back into the drill. Okay, now, that's about all we had for this this week, guys. Next week we're going to talk about our feeling the water, alright? I think next week is the most important week. Make sure you don't miss it. Feeling the water, very, very important. You can be really strong. This doesn't mean you're going to be able to swim fast. Alright, we're also going to talk about our hand position and how you guys should be entering to conserve energy and maximize your pull through. Thanks for joining in, guys. I look forward to next week. I'll see you then. Bye.